In a city of constant noise, there was a pet shop that specialized in talking birds. And in that shop, there was a parrot named Kavi who could mimic anything. Car alarms, phone ringtones, popular songs, political speeches. Kavi absorbed sounds like a sponge absorbs water. His owner, Mr. Alastair, proudly displayed Kavi in the shop window. "The smartest parrot in the city," he'd announced to customers. "He knows 500 phrases. He can argue politics. He can sing opera." And Kavi performed. When customers discussed the weather, Kavi would interrupt with weather reports. When they talked about sports, he'd rattle off scores. When couples argued, he'd repeat their harshest words back to them. People were amazed. "Such a clever bird," they'd exclaim. "He understands everything." But Kavi didn't understand. He mimicked, he echoed, he repeated. His cage filled with sounds, but remained empty of meaning. One rainy Tuesday, an old woman entered the shop. She didn't look at the colorful birds or listen to their chatter. She walked directly to Kavi's cage and studied him, not as a novelty, but as a creature. "Hello, beautiful one," she said softly. Kavi immediately launched into his repertoire. "Hello, how are you? Beautiful day. What's new? Latest news. Stock market up. Traffic report." The woman listened patiently. When Kavi paused for breath, she asked, "But what do you think?" Kavi froze. The question had no stored response. He searched his memory banks, weather phrases, news snippets, advertising jingles, but nothing answered, "What do you think?" That night, Kavi experienced something new, silence in his own mind. Not empty silence, but listening silence. He heard the city sounds he usually mimicked, car horns, sirens, music from apartments, but for the first time, he simply heard them without preparing to repeat them. The next morning, a family came to buy a talking bird for their daughter's birthday. "Make him talk," the excited girl demanded. Mr. Alastair approached Kavi's cage. "Say hello, Kavi. Do your morning news report." Kavi looked at the girl, looked at her genuine curiosity, looked at the performance expected of him, and stayed silent. "Come on, Kavi," Mr. Alastair urged. "The happy birthday song. You love that one." Kavi remained quiet, head tilted as if truly considering the situation rather than reacting to it. The family bought a different bird, one that chattered incessantly. Mr. Alastair was frustrated. "What's wrong with you?" he asked Kavi. "Are you sick?" Kavi wasn't sick, he was thinking, or rather, he was beginning to understand the difference between thinking and repeating. Days passed. Kavi stopped performing, stopped mimicking, stopped filling space with borrowed sounds. The other birds in the shop noticed. The chatty myna bird asked, "Why so quiet, copycat?" Kavi simply observed. He watched customers not to gather phrases to repeat, but to understand their true needs. He saw the lonely man who wanted companionship, not just noise. He saw the busy woman who actually craved silence, not more chatter. Mr. Alastair grew worried. His star attraction was now his quietest bird. He called a veterinarian who found nothing physically wrong. He tried different foods, different toys, different cage placements. Kavi remained thoughtfully silent. Then the old woman returned. She went straight to Kavi's cage. Mr. Alastair rushed over. "I'm sorry, he's not talking anymore. Something's wrong with him." The woman smiled. "Or something is finally right." She opened her purse and took out a small mirror. She placed it outside Kavi's cage. For the first time in his life, Kavi saw himself clearly, not as a performer, not as an attraction, but as himself, a green parrot with intelligent eyes, not a machine for reproducing sounds. "Who are you when you're not repeating others?" she whispered. That night, the shop was burglarized. Thieves broke in, grabbing expensive birds and equipment. They approached Kavi's cage, seeing his beautiful feathers. The lead thief reached for the cage, and Kavi spoke, not a mimicked phrase, but an original observation in a clear, calm voice. The police car outside has been there 5 minutes. The thieves froze, listened, heard sirens approaching, and fled empty-handed. Mr. Alastair arrived the next morning to find the shop in disarray, but Kavi unharmed. The police explained that a silent alarm had been triggered, but Mr. Alastair knew better. He looked at Kavi with new understanding. Moral lesson. We live in a world that values talking over thinking, responding over reflecting, noise over silence. We fill our lives with borrowed opinions, repeated phrases, and constant chatter, mistaking this for wisdom. True wisdom isn't about how much you can say, but about knowing when to stay silent. It's not about repeating what you've heard, but understanding what you've observed. The quiet mind hears what the chattering mind misses. Kavi's journey teaches us that sometimes the most powerful voice is the one that knows when not to speak, that real intelligence isn't measured by what comes out of your mouth, but what happens in the silence between thoughts, and that before you can say anything meaningful, you must first learn to listen to others, to the world, and most importantly, to yourself. If you're tired of the noise and ready to find wisdom in silence, subscribe to Life Lessons for more stories about mindful living. Click the bell to cultivate quiet wisdom in a loud world. In the comments, share, when has silence taught you more than words could? Your experience might help others find their own quiet wisdom.